Well, hello everybody, and it's time with Gramps tonight, and tonight's special guest is Granny Monster. But the Hangout's not working, so I've just posted the link in the chat. Hopefully she will get it, and then we can start this conversation with her. I've also invited Bossman in, and he hasn't come in, so if you would like to click on the link, Bossman or Granny, and come in, because the Hangout invitations is not working. Hello there, Jeanette. Hello there, Benel Ryder. Nice to have you in the chat, but I haven't got who I'm going to interview in yet. So where are they? I've been trying to get them for the last 10 minutes, and I cannot get them at all in here. So hopefully, how do, Pixie? As you can see, I've got nobody in here. Granny and everyone, I don't know where they are. I've said click on the link. So I will see if I can get them. I will have to do it via my phone. So excuse me a minute. See if I can get them. Hello, Ian Jones. Oh, hello there, Granny. How are you? Oh, look.
Can't hear you, Keith. I can't hear you.
Well, the sound's on.
I've got no audio. Can you hear me?
I don't know. Can you hear me, boss man?
I can't hear what you're saying.
Everybody likes Skittles.
Boss man?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Do you want me to come back in?
I can, yes.
Granny
Can you
can't
boss
hear
me?
Granny's all muffled and I think their connection must be bad.
Yeah. So do you want to go off, Granny, and click on the link again then? Click on the link again. Because I've been trying to get her for the last 10 minutes, but it won't. Have you got me yet?
I can hear you now.
Oh, that's better. I couldn't actually get into this call. He kept calling and I think they must have updated because it was coming up with some weird things that it doesn't normally come up with.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like me. I've been trying to get. It's been updating for the last 3 hours, my computer, and it's just gone off. Turned it on again, and it took about 15 minutes to come on. Major update, it says on Windows 10.
That's convenient.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Absolutely disgusting. See what that's like, isn't it? So how does that work? Oh, you got to go like that here, and then mirror it.
Oh, you've got one of the overlays you've designed.
Yeah, yeah. You seen what I've called it now? It's not the one-to-one. It's Time with Gramps.
I like it.
Yeah. So how are you tonight then, Granny Monster? Hope you're well.
Well, for me this afternoon, and yes, very well, thank you.
Oh, God, that's good then. I'm just going to get it all set up. So everybody in the room, Granny, you know that link you sent me earlier on?
Uh-huh.
Can you paste it in the chat window for them all?
Which link?
The one to that channel you sent me on Hangouts.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I think you've got a tool, haven't you? You've got a...
Yeah, just 1 second.
Hello there, Gail. Oh, my days, yes.
Address.
I've got young Granny and she's got all dressed up for me. She sent me a photograph earlier on Hangouts and she said, that's it. So Granny Monster's put a link in to a very special channel. So if you'd all go over and sub, we would both appreciate it.
Yeah, his name's Illich Vidiot.
Oh, yeah.
And he is absolutely brill, as you lot would say.
Hello, Dark Matter. Nice to have you in. And everybody, Kirsty and Jeanette and Chris and Gail. So, Granny, I've been doing a bit of research. I must have listened to about 20 live streams that you went in. And guess what I found out? And guess what I found out about you?
I have no idea.
Absolutely nothing. You don't give a lot away. At all. I've listened and listened and listened, and I thought, she gives nothing away. I just can't understand why you talk to a lot of people, but you are a very private person by the looks of it. So, the first question I'm going to ask you is, can you tell us a lot about yourself, please?
I have no idea what it is. I mean, I don't know what you'd want to know.
Well, whereabouts you were born, a bit about your life as a stand-up comic. The place
I was born a very small child.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was quite young then.
Yeah, we can understand that. Like us all, yes.
Yeah. Let's see. I was born in Zanesville, Ohio.
Yeah.
It's known as the Y Bridge City because there's only 2 existing bridges like it in the world, one in Zanesville, Ohio, and the other one, I believe, in China. And as a child, we were smart little cusses, and people would ask us directions. We'd take them 20 miles out of the way to tell them to turn right or left in the middle of the bridge.
Oh, yeah. And have you got any brothers or sisters?
I have, by my birth family, not the family that I was raised in, but by my birth family, I have 1 older sister, 1 older brother.
And do you still see them, or are you in touch with them?
No and no.
And what about the family that brought you up then?
It was only one lady, and she's since passed away.
Yeah. Oh, so you're really on your own then now, all except that you're now living with Texas Little Star, which is brilliant.
That's right. That's right.
How are you getting on in Texas Little Star's home?
Love it. I've been saying this for the past few days, and I don't know if people have heard it or not, but I didn't think this level of joy, and I think joy is like a degree above happiness. You know what I mean? I really didn't think this level of joy would be ascertained at this junction in my life, but it certainly has.
Oh, God, because we was all worried about you, but I'm pleased, and I'm hoping all the others in here will agree with me, saying how different you are looking. You are looking healthy, happy, and you are getting some great live streams on the go and joining other channels. Thank you.
Thank you. I started in theater when I was 3. I know that there have been some folks who are like, you were never in theater. Yes, I was. And started in theater when I was 3 with the director. Her name was Dorothy Renner. And if you go online, you can look up Dorothy Renner Theater. It's there. It's in Zanesville, Ohio, and it's named after her. And I was in The Sound of Music. That was the first play I was in. And then I was in theater for ever and a day after that. And then I started, actually, the first time I did stand-up comedy was at a Howard Johnson's. And I was 16. And I was actually working as a waitress there. And they had a comedy club once a month in the cocktail lounge, which was separate from the restaurant. And I wasn't really even old enough to serve the drinks by law. And if I had someone that ordered cocktails inside of the restaurant, one of the older waitresses or even the bartender would have to deliver the cocktails. And if I took an order for drinks in, I would stand toward the back of the bar listening to the comics. And I felt very entranced by it all. And I thought, yeah, I'd kind of like to try that. And so I talked to my boss. And I said, listen, I said, you know, you can take me off the clock. I don't care. I said, but would you ever give me the opportunity to perform with some of the comics? And he said, well, for as much as you entertain the people that you wait tables on, I wouldn't see why that would be a problem. So once a month, I literally was on stage in my orange Howard Johnson's dress that they made us wear to wait tables on. And then the comics coming through there were very loving and very giving and gave me a lot of advice and stuff like that. And that's actually how I started to pursue stand-up comedy.
Over the towels, because that's where Athena's been laying. It's on top of the
Really?
towel.
So how many accents can you talk in? Because I know you do quite a few on your live streams and when you join other people. So, you know, how many dialects can you use in your or did you use in your stand-up comedy routine?
Well, I also worked with an improv group for some time, and one of the members of the improv group guesstimated right around anywhere from 200 to 300.
Oh, wow, cool! That is very cool, Granny. Very. Cool. So the only other thing that I could ask you really is about your tarot cards. How long have you been into doing tarot reading?
Tarot, I started actually studying different factions of faith and spirituality probably when I was around 14. And had a teacher in Zanesville, Ohio. And the lady that raised me said, if you're going to do this, then I want somebody that has a bit more awareness than you. And then I want to know what it is that you're learning throughout. And so they met, and the lady that raised me says, well, I don't see any harm in this. So I guess I started when I was 14, and I've never really quit that.
Yeah, and do you still do a lot of readings then?
Not a lot, no, of course not now. I haven't really done one probably in over a year.
Yeah, and have you done a reading for yourself then recently?
No, I never.
Never. So you've never looked into what the future holds for you then? Well, I thought it was a
well, I'd really rather set goals.
Yeah.
And try to set a structure up to ascertain those goals, as I would to say, well, that's inevitable, so not much I can do, you know.
So I'm just going to ask Bossman, would you like to ask Granny anything, Adam? Or anybody else in the chat that you're...
I have a sort of question via Random Life Productions.
Yeah.
So, Granny, you're into writing. What sort of things do you write, and where did you get your inspiration from?
I suppose my inspiration comes from history, art, music, wallpaper.
Thank you. Well, she's taking over from Dale.
Yeah, and what I write is anything from scripts to won $4,000 a long time ago from for writing a commercial. I've written scripts. Of course, I've written jokes. Now that I had to restructure my life, unfortunately, I don't think the movie thing's gonna transpire, but that's all right. I'd rather have a happy life than a miserable film. You know what I mean? I do a lot of writing for other folks too that are just kind of ghostwriting that I really don't want to go into, but I kind of structure that around the way they perform. You know.
So
I don't think I answered it very well.
Yeah. So how many other comedians then do you write for at present?
Comedians?
Yeah.
Just me.
Just you. So you don't write Cab 7's material or Dark Matter for their channels, you know? I'm just wondering.
No, they just rip me off.
Yeah. Oh. So if there's anybody else in the chat window who would like to ask Granny any questions, because she is a very private person, and I've done a lot of research since Gail organised this interview with me, and normally I can find questions to ask people that are different from the ones that I normally ask. So I haven't found out much at all about Granny. So Mel's asked a question, boss man. Over to you.
If you had a movie about your life, what would it be called?
Do you come from the land down plunder?
So why that then, Granny?
I don't know. That's just the first thing that came to my mind.
What a mind she's got, that young lady. Oh, well. So have you got any questions, boss man?
I'm sure I can delve into the mind of Boss Man and find some questions.
Yeah, well, that's it. I've been trying that for days, my mind, and I just cannot think of anything then. I'll ask you about...
A bloody exciting interview.
Yeah, I'll ask you about...
Good night, Barry.
Yeah, I'll ask you about your goth side then. So,
Oh, yeah.
how long have you been into that side of things?
Well, I see, the thing about goth is I think it started actually as being beatniks.
Yeah.
You know, beatniks with the dark, you know, turtlenecks and the pedal pushers and the black shoes and the bongos and the coffee houses.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it just transpires from it being a beatnik and then being an alternative person. And then the next thing you know, there's Hot Topic and suddenly you're goth.
Well, we've got 2 more questions, boss man, if you'd like to ask Pixies, because I would like to know that.
Have you ever been married?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I have.
Can you tell us a bit about your marriage?
I think that means let's not go there.
Yeah. Oh, no, we've got to find out a little bit about how long was you married for then?
I was married for 13 years.
Oh.
No, sorry, I won't say that.
And,
You can do, boss man.
No, I said 13. I'm lucky for some. I went, oops, no.
I think in Granny's case,
the first 6 were magic and lovely and beautiful, and then the last 7 was hell on wheels. And I will say this: if you're in a verbal, mental, or physical state of abuse, get out, go away, find another way, and leave, period. End of negotiation. If it's toxic, from a friendship to a relationship, I don't give a damn, get out.
Good advice, that, Granny. Definitely so.
Just going on to what you said a few moments before we asked that question, you said about being a goth and then you're saying being hipsters and everything. Not hip, where is it? Cloud messages keep moving too fast. Hold on, let's go back up. It is...
Mel just says, hey, Granny, what one thing do you want the world to know about you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I suppose if I wanted the world to know one thing about me, that would be that I think that happiness is more valuable than having a lot of people around you. You can have just a few people around you and be very content. If you have like a bevy of people around you that are just miserable, that's not really doing anything for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Sorry. What I was going to say a moment before, Barry, Vlog from the Bog, said, today we call beatniks, we call them hipsters, but, and then he went laugh out loud, but I think we call them unemployed.
Yeah.
Right. Question for you, Granny.
What actress would you
If you
like?
could be any animal, what would you be? And that comes from the one and only Salty Nuts.
A skunk.
Oh, now you've got to give a reason why.
Because they're cute and they're fluffy and they're also like, don't mess with me. You will regret it because you'll have stink on you for days if you mess with me.
Oh, can you send them over to my wallpaper so that Gail doesn't have a go at it all the time? Sorry, Gail. Only kidding. What am I drinking? Drone Wolf Media. I am drinking blackcurrant cordial with a with a touch of whiskey in it. No, I'm only kidding about that. Blackcurrant cordial.
I'm drinking a thing that we can't actually pronounce on here.
Yeah.
That's what it might be.
I'll tell you what, my PA, personal secretary, or PA, whatever she is, she's getting rather, you know, and you have a, yes, that's with the GoPro in the loo. Yes, I know that, definitely.
You should have put slow-mo on the chat because it's going too fast.
Well, I've got it at 30 like I normally have, but it is going too fast.
It doesn't look you
Paul
haven't.
from the blog asked me if I'd ever written any jokes for any famous people. Fame is a relative term, I suppose, if you you know what I mean. So I would have to say yes, I have.
Yeah. Can I alter it now then, boss man?
Yeah, you can change it at any time.
How do you do that?
You just go into to edit it on YouTube. As if you were editing your thing, and just go to advanced settings and.
Oh, yeah. Okay then. Carry on then.
Mel says, Granny, what's the greatest wisdom that you ever received? Create, not hate. I didn't really have to think about that.
Who is your favorite YouTuber apart from me? But that's just.
My favorite YouTuber, me. No,
That's
no,
nice.
really. I suppose that I couldn't say this person or that person. There's actually a list.
Right, come on, let's sit. We're all sitting. You can read the list. We like lists.
The perfect joke is aimed at yourself and not at others.
Oh, that's a good one that Random Life's just asked. What comic?
My favorite food
inspired you?
cook is Asian. And what comics have inspired you? Lenny Bruce, Steve Martin, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, Milton Berle, George Burns, Jack Benny, Stephen Wright, Blog from the Bog.
Oh, so you're including him in it, do you then, Granny? He's a good comedian then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh.
he is.
Oh, well done, Barry. You've got a great. You're a great comic then, according to Granny, which is very good. A very good compliment.
I wouldn't have said it if I didn't mean it.
Yes, you can hear the kitty.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So I watched that one where you was making your breakfast with your sausages and everything like that. Do you enjoy cooking then, Granny?
Love it. I 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 love cooking.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the set of circumstances that had been provided for me prior to being here, I actually hadn't really had ample chance to cook for over a year. And so filming that was sort of an event.
Yeah. So do you also bake like Jeanette does?
Oh, yes.
And what type of things do you like?
Well, I'm fixing to, because that's a Texas thing. I'm fixing to actually do the whole Thanksgiving American traditional dinner here next month for them too, because they're just not well enough to do it, and I am. So I volunteered myself, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Whoa, so am I. I hope we're going to see that on video then, on your channel.
Granny, the sexiest YouTuber you ever met, as in person, or on YouTube, just looking at their screen, or what are you talking about?
Oh, boss man. Sexiest, it's got to be Dark Matter.
Well, I would say the sexiest YouTuber that I ever met. Monster Chick.
Monster Chick. Oh.
People are going to think I'm going to pick a guy, but why would you default to that? Monster Chick is sexy.
Yeah.
You ever heard her voice? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, she's got a lovely voice. Yeah, yeah. Well, so have you. You're a very sexy. You've got that type of sexy voice. Not all the time, but when you want to be, you know.
We have a question from Pixie's channel. What actress would you have liked to have been in a film with, and why?
Oh, wow. Well, she's since passed away. Is it okay if I pick someone that's no longer with us?
Yeah,
Cool.
cool.
Marilyn Monroe.
So, that's a good one, Granny.
I can
Marilyn Monroe or Jane Russell.
think of
Either
the
one of
films
them.
Yeah, Granny. So, could I ask you to replicate that on your channel with a white skirt or white dress on and it blowing up? You know, because Dark Matter would certainly like that on his channel.
I'd have to get you a white dress first, man.
Right, we're going to set up a GoFundMe account now so we can get Granny Monster a white dress just like Marilyn and a fan. I'll be the fan.
Just to repeat that scene, Granny.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
so Mel's asked another question, boss man.
Yeah, hold on, there was one just a little bit back from Tammy over at My World in OKC.
Yeah.
All right. If they made a movie of your life, who would you want to play you and why?
I think that I would want Random Life Productions. I think I'd want Gail to play me, and I would want to play Gail.
Oh, I could just see you as Gail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should do a spoof of their channel then. You know, the first thing you've got to say is, "Oh, Eagle VP's wallpaper." Oh,
That's right. And then I think I saw Mel ask something. Do I see myself as a role model or something like that? I think he asked.
You did?
Do I see myself as a role model? I'm too short to be a model of any kind, although I played many roles. And I have a few rolls on my stomach, so. Yeah.
oh, stop laughing at that remark, Keith.
Let's see, Granny, what is your idea of the perfect day? Waking up and saying, well, this is good, and keeping it that way, you know.
What is
And
your
not letting toxic bullshittery, you know, influence the rest of what's going on around me. Then the rest of whatever it is you do is already on point.
Gail wants to know, what is your favourite song to sing with the interest in classical, and what is your your interest in classical music? Sorry.
What was that again? Can you?
Right,
I'm sorry.
What is your favourite song to sing?
My favorite song to sing? The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. That one.
Yeah, come on then, carry on, Granny, because I was just enjoying that.
No, she'll charge us.
Many times I've been alone. Many times I've cried. Anyway, you'll never know the many ways I've tried. Still, they bring me back to the long, winding road. That one?
Yeah, that was brilliant. Well done, Granny.
Thank you.
Barry wants to know, have you ever been in any TV programs or movies, and can we still watch them?
As far as TV programs go, yes, I wouldn't know how you would get a hold of them because most of them were on local things promoting the comedy clubs of wherever it was I was performing. And movies, yes, you can find one. And I was a big star, like really big, like really big. And you can find it on Jidla TV.
Oh, he's got it on his channel, is he?
Yes, he did.
Oh, well,
How
yeah.
do I deal with haters?
Yeah.
I eat potatoes and pay them no mind.
Oh, we will have to go and have a look at that then, everybody.
Yeah. Drone Wolf Media wants to know, what editing software do you use?
Oh, Windows Movie Maker, VCSD, Sony Vegas, OBS. I had used, when I had the phone, I used, when I was only using a phone and a netbook, I used Video Show, I used KineMaster. But I like to think after a while, so many layers of that kind of stuff, you kind of want to have something funky fresh. You know what I mean? And because of so many of them can look like so many of them. So when I use a wide variety of editors, then that kind of ups it a bit and makes things look, I think, a little bit more like a film and a little bit less like a video.
All right, I'll go back to it in a minute, Salty. Hold on. Mel, while I go and look for Salty's question, Mel has got this one. Can you finish these lyrics? Know when to hold them, know when to
fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. That one?
Yeah. Whoa, that was a good one. Yes.
And the question from Mr. Salty Nuts is, which celebrity or famous person really, really annoys you?
Celebrity or famous person that really, really annoys me.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Roseanne Barr.
Why?
I don't know. There's just something about her voice, you know. And then when she talks, and when I was a big fat comic, and I'd show up at different bars, and they'd say, "Oh, do you perform like Roseanne Barr?" I'm like, no.
Have you ever heard of Bad Boy Keith? Mel wants to know.
Have ever heard of Bad Boy Keith? Yeah, I'm being interviewed by him.
No, this is the good side. No, the bad boy you haven't been. No one by the bad boy yet. I've got to do one.
So he's coming out later in the interview. I'm going to disappear, and Bad Boy Keith's going to come out at the end of the interview.
Well, then I've got my leather jacket hanging right over there, and I will not hesitate putting it on.
Oh, tasty. Oh, leather. Oh, I love the feel of leather.
Yeah, well,
that next to
leather, and I'll take you can have my lace. Let's go.
Well, should we turn the lights out and leave you to it?
No. Here's a bad boy question for you then, Granny.
All right.
Do you wear PJs or in the nude in the bed?
Dude, I am so modest, I even sleep with my bra on.
Oh, wow, wait. God, if I slept next to you, it'd be off. Oh,
I mean,
wrap that one. I forgot this was a family-friendly channel. Bad Boy Keith goes topless. Oh, that's all right, Gail.
Yeah, I'm so modest. I sleep with socks, bra, pants, shirt. I leave everything to the imagination.
Yeah. That's the best way, isn't it, Granny? Leave everything to... Yeah.
Mel wants to know.
Because I can assure you, everything in your imagination is better than what you're going to see.
Yeah. Not in my case, Granny. Not in my case.
Mel wants to know, do you have any thoughts on #TheSexyParty?
Yes, I do. I have several thoughts on it on a constant and daily basis.
Are they good or bad?
Well, even if they're bad, they're better.
Oh, that was a good one.
Actually, Benny Loco, it's more torture for me to sleep without one. If I roll over, I could blind myself.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting a flush again at my age.
Right, Keith, you need to go and have a cold shower, love.
Yeah, I know, I've seen it. Whoa. I'll tell you what, I'm getting hot in this room.
What's your favourite alcoholic drink? Salty Nuts wants to know.
My favorite alcoholic drink when I was drinking, which I no longer do and haven't for now, see, next week will be a year. I used to love Bloody Marys.
Uh-huh.
Now I just drink the tomato juice with some hot sauce and celery, and guess what? Same thing. And I don't wake up the next day going, oh, shit.
What didn't I do?
What was that?
Barry takes half a Viagra at night to stop him rolling out of the bed.
If it's longer than 4 hours, we got to call a doctor. I like things longer than 4 hours.
Oh, I
At
like
least, at least you wasn't talking inches, Barry.
Oh, I do like. I'll tell you what. He'd make a good stand-up comic. That Barry from Vlog from the Bog. Definitely.
No, he wouldn't. He'd make a good sit-down comedian because he's on the bog all the time.
Yeah.
Well, hinging on what he's doing in there, he could be standing.
Yeah, washing his face.
Yeah. Oh,
I hope we're live, Pauline, because if not, there's something really wrong.
Weird if we weren't. Magic.
it really would be. And Mary Reed's still in. Have you got any questions, Mary Reed, for Granny?
Hey, Mary. Mary makes me smile. Her comments are so lovely.
Yeah. She does. She thought. What about you? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. That's just done it. Granny, if you had a beauty channel, what products would you promote?
Sandpaper.
So what do you think about these?
Dremels, power tools, backhoes. Yeah. I really, I gotta say, I mean, because I've been in theater for so long, putting a face on is not something that's like, oh, a joy, I get to put my makeup on. No, it's not that for me at all. It's like, well, okay, I'm about to be on and want to look halfway decent, so I got to beat the mug. But it's not something that is like that important to me, I guess. History, math, science, news, reports, mechanics, those are the things that I get into.
Yeah.
We're having some very interesting comments going on while you've been talking there.
Yeah. Can you read that one back, boss man? Because there was a good one from I forget where is it? I've lost it. What would you do if you only had one day to live? What would you do?
That's a bit deep. Ooh.
If I only had one day to live,
Yeah, what would you do?
get up, make my bed, drink some coffee, edit a video that says goodbye. Hope that it gets hits and put AdSense on it like a mother.
And what you'd have to do also, you'd have to record 2 videos. You'd have to have one that was scheduled to come out the next day. So,
Right.
surprise!
Yeah.
Mel again has asked the question.
Okay.
Oh, he's gone. The sound's gone on Boss Man's.
Oh,
Has
no. I heard it.
Oh, did you hear him? Oh, good. So, oh yeah, what are your? I just see it go on, but I can't find it. So I just see it. Something about what are your fantasies in life? That's a bad boy Keith one.
No, it's mine.
Did you see what Vlog from the Bog said about if he only had one day to live?
Yeah, edit a video.
No,
Make
He
coffee.
take a lot of people with him.
he would take a lot of people with him. Yeah, fancy doing that. I won't take anybody. Who'd want to
No.
take people? Do you play any instruments, Granny?
I used to play the drums until they got ruined, and I loved drumming. I loved percussion drumming. I loved being in Native American drumming circles. I did a lot of that. I really dug it. Perhaps it goes back to the whole beatnik thing we were talking about.
Granny, how do you feel about the possibility of living on Mars?
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, so I would have to know that I could go back and forth between the two. Because after being too long on Mars with all those guys, I'd be like, oh, no, this is a total sausage fest. I got to go have some girl time.
So if you could go back in time, what period and who would you be?
Oh, I'd have to be somebody else?
Well, whatever choice, yeah. It's go back in time. What time period would you have preferred to live in?
I would probably go back to maybe, the time of Da Vinci and sit over his shoulder and say, the schematic's wrong.
Oh, what an opinion she's got, this young lady.
Do you know when I go back to, Keith?
Yeah, where?
Before breakfast. Oh, we have a bad boy Keith question here from Barry. What would your sex tape be called?
Oh, that's a good one, Barry.
Who asked me that?
Barry.
Barry asked me what is the name of my sex tape?
Yeah, what would your celebrity sex tape be called?
Confessions of a Harry Barry.
Well, that I'll tell you what, that'd make a good one for your channel. That. Wouldn't it? Yeah, I'd make a video on that.
I bet you would, Keith.
Yeah.
Bad boy Keith.
Yeah.
Why does she call herself Granny Mary? I can answer that. I did not call myself Granny. Pet Monster, some time ago, a long time ago actually, said, you're more of our Granny Monster than you are Dina Stom. I said, oh, I like that, and I had no idea how to change my YouTube channel name. So many people then started calling me Granny Monster because every time he made a comment on something of mine or shouted me out, he would call me Granny Monster on his work. And so everyone started calling me Granny Monster. So it wasn't something that I called myself so much as everybody else called me that. And then eventually I did change the channel name to Granny Monster because it was just so much easier when somebody gave me a shout out or I went to a different channel to introduce myself to say, hi, yes, I know it says Dina Stom. I'm also known as Granny Monster and some blah, 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 shouted you out, da, 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 you know what I mean? So it's just a whole lot easier just to be Granny Monster.
And I think that's the perfect name for you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well, Granny is definitely, yeah, but she's definitely not a monster.
I bet she can be.
Yeah, I bet she can be, but she isn't a monster normally. She's a very beautiful young lady inside, very beautiful. The only thing is she's on the dark side. She should be on the bright side.
I like to think that I'm rather yin and yang about many things.
Yeah, you are, yeah. So what's your opinion on the current situation with the president of the USA? I had to get this one in, didn't I? After watching some of the live streams.
Let me set my coffee down. Coffee. I think that our current administration in general has set a precedence that allows us to think that it's okay to treat each other however we bloody well like, rude or indifferent, and it kind of breaks my heart. But at the same time, he's reached out recently to help a great many people right here in the state that I live in out of his own pocket because of the storm. So again, it goes back to the yin and yang approach to life, in that I see some good in him, but I see also some, no, you ain't right in the head. You ain't all there, so, but I think that can be said about so many people. And because he is in the forefront of our United States, then we judge him very harshly on everything. So, does that answer your question?
Yeah. So, go on. Ask the next one from Mel. I like this one.
Is there a bad girl granny?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there is.
Ooh.
Yes, there is. As a matter of fact, I've said this before, and it's the truth of it. I lived in Washington, D.C. for a period of time, and there was a leather club there that I worked at as a performance artist. And so many of the other performers that worked there took themselves very seriously. And, it was like, ooh, and they would like crack their whips and their floggers and their this and their that. And they would make it look like it was quite scary. And I would come out with a clown nose and an inflatable hammer and shoot the stretchy balloons into the audience, and I became very popular very quickly because I just didn't take the whole thing that seriously. And the name of the club, you can probably look it up online. I don't know. I think it's defunct by now, but it used to be called the Crucible, and it was run by a guy named Frazier.
Oh, Barry says Bad Boy Keith and Naughty Girl Granny Monster. Do you reckon we could do a collab on that one then, Granny?
Sure.
Yeah, because I've got a few things going round in my head for that one. Yeah.
Oh.
If you were deserted,
let's do it. Yeah.
Granny, if you were deserted on a desert island with one person, who would you choose?
If you was stranded on a desert island with one person, who would you choose?
That could be a YouTuber or anyone you would like to be on that desert island.
I guess. Huh.
That matter. Cab 7, Random Life Productions, just to name a few. I think Vlog from the Bog, even.
No, I'm going to say somebody that might surprise you all. It would be Tex Lilstar.
I thought you might say that.
Oh yeah, that is. I hope she's watching this.
We get along so famously and so well, and I've laughed so much, and I've truly been given a new lease on life. I wouldn't want to relinquish that.
Yeah. So while you're there, could you ask Texas Little Star if she would like to be interviewed by Grandpa Keith?
I will as soon as this is done.
Yeah.
She's actually spending some time with her significant.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you've got time, Granny, because I would appreciate that.
No problem.
She might not want to be interviewed by Granddad Keith. She might want to be interviewed by Bad Boy Keith. You just don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Well, whichever one she wants.
Bad girl, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now.
Yeah. So I see that you are smoking today. Why are you not vaping today?
They wouldn't let me take the vape onto the airplane. They confiscated it.
Oh, so you've got to buy a new one?
Yeah.
Oh, that answers that then. Thank you very much for that, Granny.
Sure. I mean, I really don't mind answering even relatively personal questions. Now, of course, if they are too damn personal, I'll just be like, and how is that your business? You know what I mean? But
you've been married once. I've
been married twice.
Twice. Oh, I didn't know that. So would you get married again, or would you live in sin?
Finnegan, again, let's sin again. Yeah. There are no nuptials in my future. That I feel as a certainty.
Yeah, yeah. But you're happy as you are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I really truly believe that you have to be right with yourself and good with yourself before you can be good with somebody else. And because I'm just restructuring my life, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to bring anybody into my life at this point and then be like, this is a mess, I'm out. And then you start to care about somebody and they're like, no, there's too much going on here. You know what I mean? Once there's more form and more moral point, you know, life and stuff like that, then I might consider, you know, dating or something like that. But at this juncture, no way.
Right, Granny Monster, what's your favourite number? Don't say 69 because that's mine.
68 and a half. You do me and I owe you one.
Okay.
Oh, hey, man, is quick.
It is.
Yeah.
So what was that, a proposal to Granny? If I was single, yes, I would go after Granny, definitely. She's my type of gal.
Chicago is.
Yeah, yeah. Someone who's interested in YouTube, computers, and everything like that. I wish my wife was interested like Jeanette. Oh, it'd make my life a lot more simpler. It would.
Salty.
Pick that up.
That's talk about me being bad boy. Look at Salty Nuts.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, the other day.
Remove that comment immediately, or I will send Random Life Productions over to sort you out in other ways.
So do you like getting dressed up, Granny?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I really don't have the clothing at the point to do so because seriously, I came with the Porta Studio and just like a college kid, a suitcase full of dirty clothes.
So if you had a chance of going out with somebody like me, where would you expect me to take you?
See, I'm more simplistic than people, I think, you know, because I'm actually more simplistic than I think people wager. So I suppose someplace very basic, like maybe hillside, sit on the grass, talk. I'd be good.
Yeah. What about Taco Bell or Mackey's?
Oh, you're talking about out to eat?
Yeah.
You owe me fish and chip, bitch. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I could take you to a good fish and chip restaurant over here, you know, for fish chips and peas.
Keith just wants to take you on a cheap date. I wouldn't. I'd take you somewhere nice and fancy.
Yeah. I was on Boss Man the other day just briefly because I had other stuff going on. And he said, "Oh, that Granny Monster, she's so clean. She never cusses. She never does." I'm like, "Oh, he don't know me very well, do he?" You know.
So if Mel's still on, then where would Mel take Granny if he's still watching the live stream? Because I'd love to.
And we're not going to ask Barry.
Oh yeah, I'll ask Barry that.
We don't want to know where he'd take her.
Barry, where would you take Granny out to for a meal?
I don't know, but I half wonder if you shouldn't have litigation for Hanukkah.
With Salty Nuts, we know what she likes.
Well, Salty might not know.
No. So what nuts do you like besides Salty Nuts?
Well, I like them boiled, you know, and I haven't been able to find them since I've been here. So I've been jonesing for the boiled, soft, salty, in the shell, in liquid, that juice runs down my chin nuts.
Yeah, I'd take her to an harvester. Yeah. It could do
there you
that.
Go.
Do you have any advice or anyone who hasn't been interviewed before in a setting like this? Oh.
Oh.
Granny,
Was
do you have any advice or anyone who hasn't been interviewed before in a setting like this?
Just be who you are, you know, whatever faction that is. You know, if you're not content with yourself, you know what I mean? Like, I know that our Keith, aka Eagle VP, had been wanting to interview me for some time, and it wasn't that I didn't want to be interviewed by Keith. It was that I did not want to be interviewed by Eagle VP, where the Wi-Fi would go out, where there would be fleeking people shooting pool, where there would be, I got to get up and shut the door before they shut the AC off. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put somebody else through that.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and I appreciate you coming on this. You know, I mean, I've still got. I mean, Pixie's interviewed Dark Matter and Cab 7, so I don't have to interview those two. You know, but I've got hopefully some interesting people lined up for my interviews. And like Bossman, he's got Sarah tomorrow. Have you?
I have Sarah Birchett tomorrow, and then
What
on
advice
Thursday.
would you give for a young married couple? Good sensual relationship and separate blankets at the end of the night.
Yeah, definitely. I agree on that one. But what's Barry put? KFC, because it's finger licking good.
Oh.
There you go.
Barry, you are naughty tonight. Definitely. It's not the bad boy Keith that's bringing this out. It must be Granny that's fetching the dark side out with you.
If I could take Granny Monster out, I'd take her to the best restaurant in town, wine and diner, and take her home, kiss her goodnight, and say goodbye. That's romance at its finest.
I'll tell you what, Salty's on good form tonight as well.
Yeah, have you watched back where we've actually seen who he really is? He's not hiding anymore.
No, I watched yours back when he came on live, so he's getting over his nervousness.
He is.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, Salty says that to all the girls.
I would take the 0 and be a hero on the wine and just take some grape juice if that's okay. And as far as the best restaurant in town, salad works for me. And I want to tell Random Life, since she put in the comment section about me going to CC's Pizza, that's a lot of food. I slipped some home, man. I didn't eat it all there.
Yeah. Oh, and Gail's back at work tomorrow, I believe. Wednesday.
Yeah, great.
Great. And I hope she has a nice day when she goes back. Not too many problems, whatever she does.
But do you really think I'm that private a person? I mean...
No. It's just that when I normally do my research, you know, because I look back on people's YouTubes, the videos they put up, and there's always something that they've mentioned in them that you can ask a question on. Yours are mainly, what can I call them? What do you call your uploads?
My what?
When you upload to YouTube, what do you call they're comical, aren't they? And they, you know, and you haven't really put a lot about yourself. You put a lot of creativity into your videos that you've uploaded. But even on the live streams I've watched, you know, Cab 7, Dark Matter, Crimsons, you don't give a lot away. You know, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you why. I will tell you exactly why. And let me answer Salty Nuts real quick. No, I'm not actually a granny. In a faction, no. Before December the 24th, every aspect of my life was out on a video, from me laying in a hospital room recovering from a stroke to, you know, what was going on in the house, and, you know, the hardships, the heartaches, the good times, the bad times. I put it all out there. I really did. But then when you see enough creepy peepees putting out reaction videos to your personal life, and then them saying they can do it because you put it out there too, and they can do whatever they want with it, you become in a position where you have got to be a lot more.
Yeah,
It's not that you want to be. It's not that you have a desire to be. It becomes a necessity, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah. But you've got that in all walks of life, really, haven't you? You know, you've got to be very careful what you put out in social media nowadays. Because I film for a friend of mine, because he's a bit of a comic. You know, we do skits on his channel, and he got trolled. There was about 4 or 5 channels that downloaded his videos, and while he was speaking, put their voices on, swearing and everything like that. Reported it to YouTube, because we put a copyright notice on. YouTube didn't do a thing about it. So now we are both very, very careful what we put out on YouTube.
Hey, Mark Plays. I love Mark's work. Oh my gosh, I love collabing with Mark. Mark has truly honored me on many occasions by using my voiceover work and his stuff. And he's a smaller channel, but I don't really care about that. It's getting the opportunity to work with people that I enjoy. And then Salty Nuts asked me, which YouTubers do you dislike? LOL, name them. No.
I wouldn't do that. Definitely not. That is not a question that I would want an answer from.
And nor would I answer it.
Yeah. So who do you like collabing with then on YouTube?
I like collabing with Cat Monster Chick, Jidlid, Dark Matter, Cab 7, Eagle VP, Random Light Productions. I'm hoping to get an opportunity to collab with Illage Vidiot, the one that we've been talking about. I've collabed with Million, also known as Michael Merkin, Mark Plays. I know I'm forgetting some. So yeah, I mean, I think that collaborative work really has the potential to boost your channel in many different factions in many different ways. So yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Are there any other sort of channels that you'd be interested in collabing with who you haven't as of yet? PewDiePie.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would. No,
that was an absolute joke. I've watched the Pew videos. Like I'm not even playing with you. I watched 2. I've watched 2, and I'm like, meh. I don't get it.
So what do you put your success down to? Because I mean, you've got over 6,000 subscribers now, Granny. So because you've only been on a short time really on YouTube. So
December 2014.
Yeah. So what do you put your success down to?
I think if you want to know the truth, sometimes I wonder, are they watching me because I'm any good, or are they watching me because I watch them?
Yeah.
You know, let's be very fair. I mean, I just wrote this to a friend of mine the other day. I said, it's getting a little bit disheartening because I'm wondering if I could just throw up like a 10-second slideshow of a blue screen, a red screen, and a yellow screen, and someone goes, epic, because I watched their video.
Yeah. Because I think
I would love to think at some point somebody watches my content because it's actually good content. But these days, I don't know anymore, and sometimes it gets a little disheartening. I won't lie.
Yeah, because I find that, you know, I mean, you know, because I look at the ones who are succeeding on YouTube now, and most of the ones who are doing well are just live streaming and talking to fellow YouTubers, really. They're not interviewing them, but just talking. Their subscriber count goes up, and I'm thinking there's people like yourself, there's people like Crimson and Gail, and Pauline's Just Living, and quite a few others who are making content, who are producing something, and they don't seem to get the views. And all right, we know why. It's because YouTube don't promote the small YouTuber, you know, because you don't get a certain amount of views in the first hour, that your video doesn't go to all your subscribers. That's why if all your subscribers pressed the bell, yes, then your video would go to all your subscribers.
Not always. People who click the bell and they're not getting the notifications through.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. So you look and I think to myself, well, how do people do it? Those who, I watch a channel who make short movies, and he's got 7 subscribers, and the stuff he puts up, he has amateur actors and actresses in. They're only about 10-minute long proper films. He really goes out and produces something and works his craft, and he gets about 11 views on the film, and I keep on promoting his channel, and no one goes over, because most people seem to, all they want is to listen to people chatting on live streams.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you agree with me.
And some people don't even talk on them. And it drives me crazy. It drives me bonkers. You know what I mean? I'll go over there. They'll be staring at their phone. Like, what is this? What is this?
Talking shite as if it was important.
Maybe it's because of the radio and theater and everything, and I realize that dead air is a killer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm like, yawn. I don't get it. And their chat room will be a buzz, and I'm like, what, wait, what? You know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm not picking on anybody, nor would I. I guess you like what you like.
Yeah. Well, my taste is very varied, because I'm into drones. I enjoy watching your channel. I enjoy watching Gail's. I even enjoy watching Ailey Louise with a makeup. And all the beauty divas I enjoy. The only problem I find is, what do you say to somebody who's doing a beauty channel when you're a male? You can only say, "Oh, I enjoyed watching," or "very good vlog," or "great product review." Because I think
you can always say, glad you take care of yourself and add to your happiness.
Yeah, and things like that. And I think to myself, well, at least they are trying to create something.
Yeah.
Than just talking on a live stream.
Right.
Nothing wrong with live streams, because you interact with your subscribers, but it would be a lot better if some of those people put up stuff, that such as Dark Matter, with his Let's Dance, Can You Dance series. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
He was being creative, and he was involving his subscriber base to do things.
Right.
Which I find fascinating, whereas a lot of the live streams, all they're doing is talking about rubbish.
How dare you? My God.
No, I'm not knocking,
And I'm not knocking the whole, somebody sub thing at all, but somebody sub thing doesn't mean ding dong if you're not actually, at least on occasion, watching what they make.
Yeah. It's like Pixie's live stream and Bossman's live stream. I enjoy those, but the problem is, and like Gail's live streams and my is that you get the same people in. Now, if you got different people in on different nights, it would be more interesting.
It would. I agree, but he's getting them.
Yeah, but it is getting them, Bossman. Yeah, I fully agree on that. But then it becomes more interesting to your subscriber base. That's why I enjoyed this series, because interviewing people on a one-to-one basis, at least you get to know them in the time that you are talking to them. And because now I am getting somebody else involved in it, like Bossman and Gail's helped me out a time.
So he asked if I ever have a movie inspire me in any way. Yes. 2 of my favorite movies. The first one would be a movie starring Bud Cort and Ruth Gordon called Harold and Maude. And then the second movie would be Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Well, yeah, you've mentioned that quite a few times on your live stream that you enjoyed that. So what character would you have played in the Rocky Horror Show then, if you'd have had your choice when they cast?
Well, I did the voiceover for many years in a Columbus, Ohio theater known as the Grand. It was actually in the Guinness World Book of Records for some time for playing the longest running movie ever. And I did the voice for Columbia.
Ah. I love the horror show.
So can you get any of those excerpts then, you know, or anything? Did they make any recordings?
Can I what?
Did they make any recordings of you doing that?
I know you weren't really allowed to in a theater.
Yeah. Which is a shame, isn't it? You know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was walking down the street just having a think when a sneak of a guy gave me an evil wink. He shook me up. He took me by surprise. He had a pickup truck and the devil's eyes. Yeah.
God, brilliant. You are. So if somebody gave you a word, then can you make a lyric out of just one or two words?
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah. So what can I do then? My wallpaper then.
Your wallpaper? Oh, what? Okay.
Putting you on the spot.
Okay. Keith has some wallpaper, and when I look behind him, I see a flutter by. I see a butterfly. I see he has a heart on, and that's probably made of gold, even though that wallpaper is really fleeking old. I see a little bit of flames here, and I see a little bit of frame there, but that's okay because we don't care. When I'm looking at his wallpaper, I think later, but I don't really give a fleek because that's what we're doing this week. I got an interview with the Dirty Keith. Let's go. Let's make a poem, you know, about that wallpaper behind his head. Oh, my God, I wish it was dead. When I think about this live stream, it's a dream come true getting an interview with you.
Oh, thank you very much. I enjoyed that. So have a look at Bossman's. Is there anything in there that you could say anything about?
Can you feature him because he's a little bitty?
So
Hello, Granny. Can I have your song about me?
If you could be in any movie, what would it be and why? I'd be in a Boss Man production.
Awesome answer.
yeah.
And because I like Boss Man, I think he's boss.
Oh, we've got Matt's Big Dream in the room as well. Hello, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt. You were asking me, can I make something up about Boss Man?
Yeah.
Okay. Boss Man, he takes things out of a box. I think he's a really sexy fox. When I see him vape that pen, I think, oh my Lord, do it again, because that smoke, it rolls. And he gives no flux for no trolls. I like to listen to his voice, though it sounds like it's in a can, man. That's okay. One day he's going to get a mic. He's going to amp up his game. I know it'll be the same because he's very talented. He's very on point. And that vape, it ain't no joint. He says no to drugs, and that's because he is no thug. He will still unbox and be real kind. And if you want, go and rewind. Look at some of those old videos, because I'm telling you, heaven knows he can sing a song all day long. I love his voice. It's my choice. I love the Boss Man Productions. It's a function.
Oh, that was a good one. Now, what about Gail's channel then?
Picture yourself on a boat on a river with...
Yeah, I like this one.
That's the only thing that first came to mind.
Carry on then, Granny, because I was just getting into that.
With kaleidoscope trees and marmalade pies. Random will call you, you answer quite slowly. She has kaleidoscope in my eyes.
Oh, you got a lot of thumbs up there, Granny. Pauline Just Living said that. Now, do you follow, can you do one on Marta's channel?
On whom?
Marta from Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
Oh.
The teacher, the blonde, you know, the blonde bomber, as I call her.
I am very G-rated, and yet I'm very elated, for my look is not dated. I keep it fresh and funky, don't you know? Please tune in to my beauty show. I look ever so fresh. Wouldn't you like to guess what my secret is? I keep myself pretty. I keep myself young. And when I put this mug on, you know I'm the one. How's that?
Brilliant. Again. So, what about Vlog from the Bog? I want to listen to this one. Oh, I really do. Don't you, man?
You lot put me on the spot, don't you?
I think it would be a sort of a bit like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air rap mixed with London.
All right, let's see. I'm Vlog from the Bog, sitting, pinching off a log, but this is what I've got to say. I've got your bloody joke of the day. If you want some rock and roll, just say later, cause I got to reach for the paper. Cause if it's not done, that work, that paper work. And no, it's a rock, but not a jerk. Cause I'm sitting on the bog, rock and roll like a log, telling you a joke, listen to my folk, let's go. Something like that.
Whoa, that was a good one. Was that all right for you, Barry?
Not hardcore enough for you, Barry.
Go on, boss man. Salty wants one now. The Salty Nuts channel.
Oh, hell. Let's see. So I'm sitting and I'm clicking and I'm looking through the pickings, and all of a sudden I see Salty Nuts. And I'm looking at the thumbnail and I'm thinking, I don't want to be a putt. So I click it on. And all of a sudden I see a guy jump and I think, oh my God, he's going to hit his dong. But that's all right, because I still watched it all the way through because I wanted to give him a full view. And I'm thinking to myself, what the yuts? But I still love the Salty Nuts.
Oh, well, I see someone say, have you been, I see Barry says, have you been spying on him again, Granny? So I think you should now do one for Pauline's Just Living.
Pauline's Just Living. Okay, let me see.
I'm just putting you on the spot to see how many channels you're watching.
Oh, it's quite all right. Hi, guys. Today, let me just say, I got lost in the street. You can watch my feet, as I did not watch my GPS to find out where my husband was, I guess, but that's okay. I found my way, and now I'll show you something quite in fascination. Here's some foundation. I mixed it up in a cup. Put it up on your face. In this place, you'll be young. Here's my shoes, have no blues. I like this leather and jean coat. Oh, it's such a float. I can make everything look new again, because that is because I am your friend. How about that?
Brilliant. I think you should use that now, Pauline. Definitely. And look out, Barry says Granny should start charging for all of this. Not on my live stream, she shouldn't, Barry. So, have you watched Matt's Big Dreams channel at all, then, Granny?
If I have, I'm not gonna lie, I can't place it right off the bat.
Yeah, he's from Indianapolis area, you know. So sorry, Matt, she can't do one for you at the moment.
I would love to, but I'm not gonna fib and say, oh yeah, I got this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So have you done one for Mark Plays then?
I've worked with Mark Plays.
Have you got one for his channel then?
Let me see here. Hey Why, to be certain there's nothing going to be hurting when you go over to the marketplace and watch his Legos. He'll build 'em all day. He'll reach up behind him and say, I've lost a thing, but then I found it and I'll give it a ring. And here is my car, and I'm going to be a granny monster, and I'm going to drive far. I'm going to have my own art gallery there, and I'm also going to play the Catwoman, then I have fur and hair. And I love what he does with his animation. It gives me quite some time for contemplation. But he is a little bit of a lad and just a bit of a cad, and I love to watch his live streams whenever I get the time. And this is about the marketplace rhyme.
Brilliant. God, very, very good.
Yeah. So there you go. But I do love improv. That's one of the things I like quite a bit.
So Matt says, ha ha ha, I fly under a radar. You won't from now on, Matt. Up to your channel and take a look, and you'll be in Granny's house then.
Uh-oh. Look out.
So have anybody got any more questions for Granny?
I've got a question for Granny.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite sort of questions. If you were having a dinner party, what 5 dead or alive celebrities or historical persons would you invite for dinner?
Christopher Columbus, Edgar Allan Poe, Benjamin Franklin, John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr.
Ooh. So what question? So out of all those you would invite to your dinner table, what questions would you ask each one? And why?
What inspires you to start your YouTube channel?
Oh. So surely you'd want to ask them a lot of questions.
Oh yeah, of course I would.
Yeah. So you know, we'll go with who should we go with, boss man?
One of them is I'm a bit confused about. One of them had 3 names. You're only supposed to. You can't invite Martin Luther. Sorry, that was Christopher Columbus. We don't know that much.
What would you ask him?
I would ask him, how in the world did you ever convince the Queen it was round?
Yeah.
It's triangular. Just putting it out there.
And what about JFK?
I would ask JFK what he meant by not what I could give, but what, not what so much you would give, but what I would give. What exactly was that meant? Because you left your participle dangling and your sentence structure was not on fleek.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yes. What type of dinner table would you have for it? How many courses? What first course, second course, and main course? What would be the
first course?
Yeah.
First course, smoked salmon, cream cheese, and bagel.
Yeah. Second course.
Second course, probably tomato bisque. Main course, because Mahatma's there, vegetarian. and for afters, a Thin Mint.
Yeah. You put the roof.
Yeah. JFK.
How would have I then, Barry? That's a good one. Well, I'm just looking. I think Mel's gone because he ain't put any questions up lately.
He probably had to go to work, hon.
Did he? Oh, I didn't see him then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more from you, Barry? Any more questions for Granny? And Random ain't asked many questions tonight. Mind you, you talk to Random quite a bit, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
On
private hangout calls.
Apart from Texas Little Star, have you met many other YouTubers in the flesh, in real life?
I met Sue Pyro. And that was a lovely lovely time. We had a great time. We had a lot of laughs. We did a lot of collabs. Unfortunately, they're gone. You know, I wish I could say, you know, here's the horror film we made where I murdered him, and here's, you know, the comedy that we did, this, that, and the third. I wish I still had that I could share with people. I truly do. And
Bye, Gail.
Bye,
Bye, sweet.
Gail.
Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, Matt's Big Dream said, Matt's Big Dream has got a question. If Granny ever went to jail, what would be the charge?
Good question.
Good one, that one.
I have a question. If Granny ever went to jail, what would be the charge?
What
Credit card to get out on bail?
If
The sentence structure.
if you were charged with anything, what would it be? Are you a law-abiding citizen?
I really am. I suppose if I were going to do anything, See, I don't break the law at all, so that's even hard for me to fathom. I suppose if, heaven forbid, somebody were to be absolutely threatening, like Tex Little Star or her partner or something like that, I might probably be charged with murder.
Yeah. Any more, Bob?
Yeah, there's some more questions. I've got a few right. Granny, do you have a favourite horror movie villain?
Favorite horror movie?
Villain.
Wow. Yeah, actually, A Clockwork Orange.
Awesome film.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you consider that a horror movie or not, but
well, it's pretty horrific what happens in the film.
I guess I like the message in it that you can try very hard to alter the brain, and you can try to, convert someone force them into your way of thinking by forcing them to watch several different forms of media, and you can try and force them to feel the way that you do, but deep down in their own subconscious, you will not restructure it.
Barry said before, when you were talking about the dinner parties and stuff, a question you should have asked Gandhi was, hold on.
I couldn't hear you, honey.
Hold on, bear with me. I'm just looking for the question. Hold
It's okay.
on. Yeah. Barry before said, when you were talking about the dinner parties, here's a question you should have asked Gandhi. Why did you not make any more movies after your award-winning film? Barry's a funny chap. Kentucky Ranger has a question for you. Have you ever got a copyright strike for streaming, watching movies?
No, because if they're banned in several countries, I didn't get a copyright strike for them. I just couldn't monetize them, and that was okay. And YouTube finished them. And then after that, I took it upon myself to do an awful lot of research, an awful lot of reading exactly what movies can be streamed in. I actually, hashtag Free Music, I want to shout him out. Hashtag Free Music gave me a link of movies that you can stream and you can play. And as long as you give the correct accreditations and stuff, you'll be fine. And without his assistance also on setting up the OBS and Dark Matter's assistance on setting up the OBS, not a lot of that would have come to fruition. So I have to give credit where credit is due, and a lot of that credit goes to hashtag Free Music as well as Dark Matter.
Two very good channels, eh?
Granny, have you ever been to the UK?
Yes, many years ago. Many years ago, I was in, I've said this before, I was in Liverpool for 4 beautiful days, 3 beautiful nights. Had no idea what the hell anybody was saying. Like none whatsoever. And yet by the end of the 4th day, I had some inclination as to what was being said. And one of my favorite expressions is knobhead.
Yeah, one of my favourites as well, Granny.
Yeah, one of my favourites as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So would you come back to the UK, or
in a heart?
Are there are there any other places you would like to visit?
I would like to go back to Amsterdam. Maybe that time I would remember being there.
Amsterdam. Oh, Bad Boy Keith's coming in now. Would you sit in the window, Granny?
Absolutely not. You're asking somebody who sleeps in a bra.
Well, I just thought.
Well, they sit there in their bras in the window.
Ridiculous. Yeah, you'd be all right there, Granny.
Right?
With your windshield dressing gown.
Which female, dead or alive, to look up to, Granny? Monster Chick, Gail, Random Life Productions, Pauline, Dark's Angel, let me think, Marilyn Monroe, Bella Abzug. No, now everybody's like, who the hell is Bella Abzug? I've never heard of her channel. She doesn't have one. That I can assure you. Julie Andrews, Phyllis Diller. Yeah.
Oh, so Kentucky Ranger sleeps in Abraham.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I sleep in my bra, don't you, Keith?
I can't get mine on, you know. That's my problem.
You need to go shopping for a new one.
Yeah, I'll be shopping, yeah.
Bye, Mark.
Hi, Mark. Thanks a lot for dropping in.
Yes.
Oh, we've got to behave ourselves because Raya's on, isn't she? Raya's on. Or Raya's on, you know, big dream.
I have to behave now?
Matt's young daughter.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Fred?
Well, I will try to keep that in mind.
Yeah. I forgot that we've got some younger viewers. Owen's drone was on, and he's only 15, isn't he, as well? Forgot about that.
Hi, Leo.
Thank you. I don't know if it'll give me hat head or not, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it suits you, you know. I mean, that picture you sent me, you know, I showed the missus and she said, "You're not chatting that young lady up here." I said, "Well, I hope not."
Keith?
Yeah.
Keith, I've got your hat here. Do you want it back?
No, thank you. Not Santa. No, it's not that time of year yet. It's Halloween.
Because I got it dry cleaned for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I would ask Donald Trump, with all that money you have, is that really the best wig you could find? Laughs out loud. Yeah.
Well, I think it's beautiful that he recycles and uses the corn silk off of a corn cob for hair, and so that's really good of him.
Yeah. Has anybody else got any sensible questions for this young lady, Granny Monster?
Or nonsense. I don't care.
Well, I do, because I'm enjoying talking to you. It's nice.
Do you have any current sort of favourite television programmes or movies that you'd like to see or that you watch?
Yes, I do. I love. You're going to think that this is not a very intellectual answer, I'm afraid. I love South Park.
Awesome.
South Park. Unfortunately, I don't have a television here, and their television system that they have does not pick up Comedy Central, so I'm behind on the current season of South Park. But I do love South Park. I always have. I've always thought that it was really cool. And I also like I think it's on Sci-Fi, the one where they make the makeup monsters.
Mm.
I can't think of the name of it right now, but I love that series. The ones where they're all in competition to design different makeups. Do I like anime? Not at all.
Well, I'm not into that either. So, would you consider buying a drone now after watching some drone channels?
Face Off, yes, that's the name of it. Thank you, Matt. It's big dreams. Would I consider buying a drone? I would have to check the local affiliations with law enforcement and things to find out exactly what I would need. But yeah, I would definitely.
Yeah. Oh,
Granny
I would
Dream.
crash it and lose all the money that I put into it. But
oh,
Yeah.
Jeffy, you don't have to be like that, Martin. South Park is animated. Ha ha ha, he says.
I think South Park.
All
is so-
cartoons are animation.
What?
All cartoons are animation.
Yeah, yeah.
Anime
Yeah.
is short for really, even though it's sort of they do.
I love the really, really old cartoons that were called the Merry Melodies, where household goods, books, toys, and things would actually come to life. Where they were filmed a cell at a time and painted a cell at a time. I'm not too big on like the CGI animation.
Yeah. So can you use 3D software at all then, Granny? Are you up on anything like that?
Actually, the laptop that I'm currently on talking to you gentlemen has 3D software on it. And at one time I wanted to try to utilize it to try to make some 3D animation. And I yutzed around with it a bit, but it is so time consuming. I mean, you got to want it.
Yeah.
I put out a little thing that had like an alien with like the pyramid behind it and stuff like that. If you guys knew how long it took me to just to do that little bit of a dancing alien, you'd be like, yeah, that's not worth it.
No, you've got to have a good computer with a lot of processing power to do, yeah, you know, because I mean the rendering times are unbelievable. I mean, I did a 30-second animation many years ago, and it took what 40 some odd hours to render.
There's a question. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yes, I am very settled, and I'm happier than I thought would be beyond my measure. How do you feel about Walt Disney? I think Walt Disney, bless his heart, Walt Disney, I think a lot of our fables, our tales, our legends, although told not as they were originally, would have died and would have gone the way of the dodo had it not been for Walt. And even though they're not structured as they were originally written, you can still then, because you fall in love with his works, you can think, okay, now what was the original like? And you can go back and read them. And I'm encouraging everyone to read as much as possible, as often as possible. It's almost a lost art. And so I think without Disney, we would have lost a lot of our fables and a lot of our tales.
Hi, TJ Woodworking Shop.
Yeah, hi TJ.
Hello, DJs in the house. I have to do it for Halloween.
Yeah. So have you got any plans for any Halloween specials on your channel?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to be on the Halloween live stream on Pet Monsters channel on Saturday, and it's going to be in an hour where you lot can attend.
Oh, and what time's that going out in the UK? What time is it?
I have the promo up. It's on my channel, and it has all the times listed for, like, you know, different parts of the world there.
Oh, I look forward to that. Then.
I have to be on like noon my time.
Yeah. So have you got a scary outfit?
Isn't it scary enough what you're looking at?
No.
Yes, you should come in dressed as Barry from Vlog on the Bog.
No, actually, you know, because you can be so many things with this. You know, you can be Clockwork Orange, you can be Charlie Chaplin, you can be, you know, Liza Minnelli from Cabaret, you can be, you know, so just with one simple hat, you can be several different characters.
Mm. So do you expect to get many treats?
My biggest treat I've already gotten, and that's being here.
Yeah. Agreed on that. Yeah. You know, because I've never seen you so happy. on your live streams, and you know, you seem very relaxed where you are.
Well, I am.
Yeah, and
That's because I'm not fleeky watching somebody put quarters into a pool table going, and thank you very much. This is your ever faithful Granny Monster. You know, I'm just, yeah.
So, does Texas Little Star do some of the cooking, or do you individually cook?
They don't actually do a lot of cooking. One of the partners just simply isn't well enough, and Tex has a lot of problems. And it's so funny because I started laughing. I said, usually I'm like the oldest and most decrepit one, and now I'm the one that's in the best health. So I got you, and I've been doing the cooking and stuff,
Yeah.
which I love because I've missed doing it, and it's a passion of mine.
Yeah. Well, I'm as I say, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving that you're going to do. You know, and,
So am I.
yeah, I just wish I could come over just for the day. You know, that last Thursday in November, innit? You know. Just say I could come to yours, and then I could go up to Drone Wolf Media, because he lives. I could get a flight or something up there, and then I could go from there to Matt's Big Dreams or Pauline's in Vancouver. Yeah, I've got music bikes all over the place there. You know.
Yeah.
So,
because
you're in El Paso, what do you think to the place?
I think that
You have been there.
I think that El Paso has reinstated my faith in spirituality, because this area is so beautiful, day or night. It is absolutely gorgeous.
So can you take your camera out sometimes when you're out and about and do some get some shots for me?
I'm hoping to, yeah.
Yeah, because I'd like to see some shots of El Paso again, because it's been.
It kind of makes me cringe when people call me a vlogger. You know, I won't lie. Not that there's anything wrong with being a vlogger. That's fine with me. And I do watch vloggers. I have no problem with vloggers. But for some reason, when someone says, oh, yeah, that Granny Monster is an awesome vlogger, and I'm like, when the heck was the last time you saw me vlog? Come on now.
Yeah. So where's Cargo 619 from then?
Pardon?
Where's Cargo 619 from? Because she's put down, you missed Thanksgiving over here.
She must be in Canada, because they've had theirs.
Canadians have had their Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Theirs.
Because I know the USA, it's the last Thursday in November, isn't it?
And we don't have Thanksgiving.
No.
Privileged enough.
No, I think we should.
Well, think about it for a second. Why would you guys have Thanksgiving when it's us going, yay, we got away from you? No offense, loves, but you know, that's really what it comes down to.
619 Kelly, I think. Well, she can't be, because Thanksgiving's all the same in in the USA, isn't it? It's last Thursday in November, as I remember, because I spent many a day at the Satellite Motel on Treasure Island celebrating Thanksgiving with about 30 different nationalities, because I used to go to the Satellite Motel nearly every year, because there was 30 of us who used to meet up. We used to go there for 6 weeks, and we had a fantastic, ever so relaxing there. Just walk across from the motel straight across to the beach, and absolutely lovely. And the boardwalk, I used to sit up there and watch them all there, watching the dolphins and the pelicans and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I'm just having a look. So, how do you see your channel growing in the next 5 years, then, Granny?
In the next 5 years, I'm hoping that all my dead subscribers actually watch a video or two. That would be epic. If that was to happen, I would love that.
So how many core supporters of your channel do you think you have? Out of
Anywhere
your,
from anywhere
out
from
of 6,000.
anywhere from 100 to about 200.
Yeah, so out of 6,000 viewers, then you've only got a rough core of about 200 subscribers who actually.
That are hardcore. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a hard. I mean, it really is, and that's why when I go into so many of these live streams, like I sub to you, I sub to you, I sub to you, I sub to you. I was like, I type, thank you, and I hope you enjoy some content, or something like that, and I try and stay humble, but at the same time, it's like, please. You're not no, yeah, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I sub to a channel, I do try to watch everyone. I'm not saying I watch, if they put a 15 or a 20-minute video up,
Right.
then I might watch 5 minutes of it because,
Well, yeah.
like every morning I get up now, I've got at least 50 or 60 videos up there that people have uploaded. I try to watch them all and leave a comment, even if it's just drop by to say hi, to support you or whatever.
Now the ones are like, I'm just here for community support, and they watch like 10 seconds of your video. I would really just rather them not do that.
Yeah, I'm the same there. But, I mean, I usually watch, if it's 7 or 8 minutes or 10 minutes, I will watch it all. I mean, everything Bossman puts up, everything Gail puts up, everything Pauline and Monica, I watch everything, and Bella, Beauty on a Budget, all those, my core, I will watch everything. On the others who never leave a comment or, they don't leave comments, I think, oh no, but I will still watch at least 5 minutes of their videos and leave a comment, but you never hear anything, I mean, it's like I've asked no end of people to come on my interviews and you never hear anything from them back. I mean, I send them emails, I send them messages in YouTube on the About page, and I never hear anything back from them. They don't even acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Some people.
Yeah.
To comment on my
Green Bay. I was just up on Green Bay's first live stream yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was brilliant, wasn't it? He really did well.
Yes, he did.
And
yes, he did.
He's another one who I would love to interview at some period because I think he's got a brilliant sense of humour.
I agree. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, so yes, I have been getting some beauty tips. I've watched Melissa 55 this afternoon because she put a video up. I just wish I could get her on my interview. Oh,
smashing.
What was that, Granny?
And you look smashing.
Yeah, but she's another one that don't answer me. I've tried to get her on. I want to get her on for Drone Encounters, Matt, because he says, "Oh, I'd love to get her on." Yeah, so would I.
And whomever thumbed down our Eagle VP's interview, if it was because I'm on here, first of all, I'd like to say I'm sorry to you, Eagle VP, and secondly, thank you. Glad you're well.
I don't mind. If somebody gives me a thumbs down, it's a view, Granny, isn't it? And you can't please everybody. There's always somebody who's going to think absolutely load of rubbish. So if that's the way they want to be, but I appreciate them coming in. It's the trolls on here that I don't like, and bad language. I'm not one for bad language or anything like that. I can have a joke with anybody and I can take anything because I very, very rarely lose my temper.
Yeah, as of late, I've been getting anywhere average of like 3 to 5, 3 to 7, almost on every single thing that I do, and I'm like, well, at least I know they're well. Yeah, and that's it. So to me, it as I say, you can't please everybody. So. The only thing, I looked at my analytics the other day, and I noticed that when I upload the Drone Flyers review show, I never lose subscribers. But when I do interviews, on average, I lose 5 subscribers on every interview I do. Don't ask me why. My apologies in advance, sir.
Granny, Barry wants to let you know that Keith. Hold on, where's it gone?
What?
There's a question from Barry about Keith. Right, Keith used to be one for the ladies, but since the court case, he has to use the gents.
Nice.
Hi, Corbin. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the interview with Granny Monster.
Yeah.
Welcome to the live stream. Right.
Buying a battery, Green Bay Wacky. He's buying a battery. What's that for? The car?
He said something about it was going low, or
Yeah. And Corbin Connection. Have you got any questions, Corbin, for Granny Monster that you'd like to know about her? He got a shout out for you and read your jokes. Yeah. Salty Nuts, funniest unfunny guy, did a shout out for you and read your joke. Oh, that was kind of you, wasn't it?
yeah.
So, thanks, Green. Oh, yeah. It's brilliant, this, and we've been streaming over 2 hours. So, have you got a live stream tonight?
No, I'm going to have to head off shortly because I've got to get up early in the morning. So I'll be going.
Oh, and Boss Man, please sing more.
I will. I have recorded a couple more things. I've just got to.
Yeah,
upload
I
them.
enjoyed your smule today. Very good.
What would you like for Christmas?
All I want for Christmas is you and you.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Nothing but a hippopotamus will do.
You hip for Christmas. We'll get you on the waiting list.
I don't celebrate Christmas. It's too commercial.
Right. Not to mention, L'chaim, 8 days, 8 crazy nights. Not so much. I would like not to be hacked again on Christmas Eve. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't think that's too much to ask.
I hope so, Barry.
Oh, Ireland's in as well. Hello there. I'll tell you what, we've done well, but we ain't beat me record on this live stream that I got with when I interviewed Abby and Keith. I got 35 watching at one time. I've had I think the highest is 24 tonight.
See you later, Green Bay.
See you
See you
later.
later, Wacky.
I'll hang around for a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. How much more longer do you want to go on for, Granny? Because I know you like to get into other people's live streams.
Actually, I am behind on watching my own subscriptions because, yeah, with the move and the jet lag and the restructuring of everything, I'm so far behind on catching up with friends and everything like that. That's really kind of what I want to do today.
Yeah.
For the rest of it. I mean, it's 4:22 here now.
Yes.
So, you know, I'll probably knock off right around 10:30, 11 o'clock my time, which doesn't give me a lot of time because I'm not one of these people that has like 18 tabs open and running 23 videos at the same time and leaving a thanks for sharing comment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I literally watch one tab at a time.
So I think I'm going to finish this interview with Granny Monster.
Thank you so much, Boss Man. Thank you so much, Eagle VP. This really has been a pleasure.
Oh, I'm pleased that you've enjoyed it, and I thank everybody for coming in on the chat and Bossman for keeping the chat going. I will have to do a live stream myself sometime besides doing these interviews.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, some fun time with Uncle Gramps. Well, it's fun time with Grampy.
Yeah, because I've made quite a few more of the lower thirds. I've just got to make the picture bigger somehow.
What you do is you learn OBS and then you can interview your damn self.
Yeah, I am learning it. The the only problem is he's catching people on Skype, because you can't do an interview through Hangouts on OBS, can you?
Right.
So they've got to be on Skype. So it's just finding out whether they've got Skypes. But yes, because my green screen will be here on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, I've ordered a green screen so I can do the full works and everything. Because
drone flying.
I got mine. Mine was a high budget, 69 cents a sheet.
Yeah. Well, on Amazon, the one I got has got the stand with it, and it's 28. It was £28.95, which is about $30 odd.
Mine was 69 cents a sheet with thumbtacks, which was 89 cents.
Can you send me the link on that for the Amazon link for where you bought it from?
Yeah, I'll send you it. Yeah. Because to me, I thought that absolutely brilliant, you know. And I mean, I don't know how I'm going to put it up. I'll have to sit over there or pull the settee forward and put it behind me. You know, but yeah, because after watching what Dark Matter and you have done with the green screen, that's why I want to get. That's why I want to get into it. You know, I can do a Friday spiff of Matt's Big Dream, the Rasta Room.
You know what he's actually going to project on his green screen? He's only going to just green screen his wallpaper, so we'll see exactly the same image.
Oh no! Are you kidding? I'm going to put one of Gail's. I'm going to take still off one of Gail's kaleidoscopes and put it on the green screen.
Oh, there you go.
Or I'm going to get one of Dark Matter's. You know, just get his face in when it's really dark and he's just got the light there, and just put it behind me.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, I've got some brilliant ideas. You know, so they're still going on in our chat. Ian, we will have to get together and do a live stream. Let me know when you're available, and I will do one. Because
thank you ever so much for having me, and I would like to once again reiterate the hashtag that was introduced to our community by Pet Monster, who I'm going to call the chairman of the board, which is hashtag create not hate. If you are having a low moment, if you think, you know, what can I do? You can always create a thing, whether that is on your face in your kitchen, you know, finding something intriguing in your house. You can find something to be creative with.
Yeah. So I'm going to say good night, everybody. So thanks a lot. I'm going to finish the live broadcast.